and we can edit anything out, so don't worry.
Yeah, we might just end up editing the whole thing.
Yeah. Story of my life right now. Okay. Hey friends, so my name's River, and this is my good friend Marco. Oh, sorry.
Hi.
And today we're talking about a few things, but mostly, basically I wanted to interview Marco because I think he's a great person, and I feel like you guys would be interested in a lot of what he has to say, because we have some similar experiences. Not the same at all, because like everything has varied between what we've both been through, but we've both been through a whole like fair share of health things, and we wanted to talk about it. Also, just so you know, I'm putting a link down below to Marco's GoFundMe. They're trying to fund a research project for the genetic mutation, right? Do you want to talk about any more about that so that they know what it is?
Yeah, so basically it's just this, this effort to put more, money into this effort to, research into the BAG3 gene, which is the particular gene that's, been the catalyst for this whole debacle.
Yes.
And, yeah.
Alright, for some background, we met in... Oh, actually, I don't know when we met because I don't remember.
Well, we've known you what?
Probably from elementary.
I've known you since elementary school. I mean, we didn't actually start, hanging out until high school.
Yeah, that's how things work sometimes.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like, you were just that person I knew back in elementary school, and then we grew up, and then, and then senior year, we met in music theory class. And, yeah.
That class was crazy and kind of a mess.
Yeah, it was kind of like it was a blur. Just like, all my memories from that was just, friendship, and it was just, and that's really what I've taken away the most from that class.
That's actually a good point. Like, basically, the class wasn't, like, it didn't end up really teaching us music theory, but we had a lot of free time. There's a lot going on backstory with that, but...
I would say about, 30% of it was about music theory. The other 70% was just socializing.
At least, yeah.
So just getting to know each other.
We just had so much free time, but I think that's kind of, it worked out in a weird way. Like, thanks, Karma. Because then we, knew each other better, so I think that's actually pretty cool. It's probably, what that class actually meant in the whole scheme of life. So I wanted to ask you a few questions about everything that happened a little over a year from now, right? Or do you want to talk about what happened even before that?
Well, I guess, I can just give a little taste of what happened before the hospitalization. And, well, first of all, after high school, basically we stopped talking for about 2 years, maybe 2.5 years, and just kind of doing my own thing. And about a year and a half after high school, I started developing some issues with breathing, and this problem just progressively got worse and worse. And then other problems started taking it, and it started happening. I started having digestive issues, pain. And the breathing was getting worse and worse, and it just eventually just reached this point where it became unbearable, and I had to be hospitalized. And, it was quite a journey, because then I ended up being in the hospital for 3 months, just battling this obstruction that I had in my stomach, which meant that I couldn't digest food. And it was rough, and it was really scary.
Yeah, I think we both can understand that, because first of all, illness is really isolating, but then once you go into a hospital, it's even more isolating.
Yeah, it's isolating, and in some ways, you go into the hospital feeling terrible, and then in some way you leave feeling even worse for a while. Because just, you just spend so much time just laying in bed here, and you can only see 4 walls. And it's just, it's traumatic.
Yeah, a lot happened there that's like, you probably don't want to remember, but you're like stuck with it.
Yeah, and it's kind of that thing that you're forced to remember.
Yeah, but I think we did something similar because after high school, everyone graduated and everyone had all these plans, and I don't know about you, but like one defining moment of that was that I had to decide to do like a really severe treatment that my doctor somewhat said was like chemo, I guess. It was like just...
Chemo?
Chemo.
Oh, I thought you said...
Like my shirt is the emo.
So you're doing emo treatment?
Yeah, that's me. I need emo treatment. Yeah, but no, it was similar to chemo, I guess. That's what I was told. And like I had to basically quit all of my plans, and like in calculus AP, everyone was forced to stand up in front of the class and say whatever plans they had for the rest of the year. And I had to tell them I was taking a gap year, which was a lie. And then the teacher like stopped everyone and was like, "Oh, wow, you're lucky. Like, what fun thing are you gonna be doing?" I was like, actually, nothing that fun. And it was just really awkward and like... So, and then after that, I didn't really talk to anyone. Like, all my friends were off doing other things, and then, like... Because we didn't talk about health issues that much in our senior year. We just kind of, like, were friends, and, like... Yeah. And then, so I had no idea that was happening, but it sounds like both of us just stopped talking to everybody in a way.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, basically, you know, all these health issues that you know, you and I have experienced basically have led to a detour, you know, in life. Just, you know, we're not taking the standard path towards, you know, going to school, working towards a career and stuff like that. And it's...
Yeah, I mean, it changes on like a daily basis or even like hourly basis, so...
Hourly, yeah.
And then basically we like reconnected.
Yeah, I mean, what happened was, yeah, I mean, I guess, I'm not really sure how we ended up talking again. I guess Emily must have informed you.
Yeah, actually, I think Emily informed Blake, and I don't know if, like, do you remember, did you ask her to, or did she just think of...
I honestly don't remember what I guess I must have brought you guys up. I must have just started, you know, pondering in the past and thinking like, wow, I mean, here I am, and like, you know, I don't really have anybody, and you know, didn't start, you know, to get up seeing, you know, people who I think were very important in my past, and people who I, to some extent, have, you know, kind of forgotten just because, you know, I had so many other things on my mind, so many other things going on.
Yeah, like...
But since I was in the hospital at that point, I figured it would be better to...
I think that, like, I had no idea, but I was really grateful that Emily reached out, or that you reached out.
Yeah.
Because, like, I know, obviously, how isolating it is, but I can't relate to your exact experience, but, like, I'd rather you at least have someone who can somewhat relate to you.
Yeah, and I think, you know, I feel like, you know, I do relate to you a lot, you know, and just think, obviously, of course, you know, we've had, you know, different experiences when it comes to what we've been through, but in some ways there's a nexus between what we've been through, and I can sense it.
Yeah, and I think that's really valuable, but also that kind of brings me to where, like, it helps, like, when this sort of thing happens, it helps you appreciate those types of friendships, or the type of people who, like, they can relate to you despite you not having the same exact experience. Like, I don't have to have the same exact experience to understand some of the situations and, like, emotions that this brings up for Marco, and vice versa. And I think that's something that, like, we have probably learned by experience, and a lot of people have to learn over, like, throughout their lifetime in order to properly associate with people. But I feel like that's really important, and that would bring a lot of people closer that otherwise people just don't talk about things like that. Especially when people are really isolated. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't want to make you open up more or anything. It's
No,
just
I'm
like,
just I think you just basically summed it up.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I wish I could basically ditto.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I know.
I agree exactly with what
No, I
you
mean,
said.
same with what you said. It's just like, yeah, but I don't know. I think that's probably what I would take out of it. And then also, like, I sometimes don't want people to view me as an illness. Like, I don't know if you can, I'm sure you can relate to that. Like,
Yeah.
you're just as much a person as anything else, anyone else.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. I never really felt like anyone actually viewed me that way.
That's good.
Yeah, maybe also because I haven't really, my circle is kind of limited.
Mhm.
Like, you know, I mean, basically the only people I have contact with is my family and the nurses
Mhm.
and you guys.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, you know, it's just maybe, you know, the more I open up to people, I guess maybe
Mhm.
people's view will change.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter what other people think, but
Yeah.
it's just like something that crosses my mind sometimes where I'm like, like, I don't want to talk about it, but then if I didn't talk about it, or then like, we never would have talked about it,
Mhm.
which would have been bad. So, yeah, I think it's worth it to talk about those things, even if it's uncomfortable or hard or like makes other people uncomfortable, like, people can deal with it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Is there anything else you wanted to say about like what happened or?
Well, you know, it's been a year now since I've been out of the hospital,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, I'm just, you know, really extremely grateful that I'm not where I was before,
Mm-hmm.
and you know that, you know, really things have improved, and you know, in a way that this, I guess I'll call it a tragedy, has really, you know, opened up, you know, some doors for me, you know, and it's, you know, taught me the importance of friendship, the importance of, you know, family, and basically, you know, that life is very fragile, and that, you know, you have to appreciate it for what it is, and because it can just be taken away that quickly, and just snap of a finger, you know, you can lose everything. So I think I've just, you know, really learned the value of life.
I'd agree with that. Yeah, I mean, I just honestly, I don't think I told you, but like, you really kicked ass when you came out of the hospital, and like, how you improved was like so impressive. Because it takes like mental willpower. Like, you have to want to fight against everything going against you to get anywhere when things get that bad. Like, that's some real strength. Like, a
Yeah,
ridiculous amount of strength.
Yeah, I have to, honestly, actually, when, like, a couple weeks after leaving the hospital, I was spending basically the majority of the time in bed. And, I mean, I was eating in bed. I was obviously sleeping in bed. I was, you know, excreting in bed. And, you know, I felt really hopeless. I felt like, you know, like, wow, you know, maybe, you know, being out of the hospital, and then this is just going to be my life. I'm just going to spend the rest of my life in bed, and just, you know, made me feeling, I don't know, it was pretty sad. And thought like, well, I guess this is going to be my life, but, you know, everything is an adjustment. Life is an adjustment,
Yeah.
and, you know, I mean, you just have to be patient, and you have to be motivated and to keep going.
Yeah, like a lot of self-motivation. You have to like push through all of that in order to keep going. But I really think like a lot of that is just incredible. Like, people can't even imagine how that would feel unless they've been through it and like survived through it, which is a huge feat.
Maybe, yeah, next time we do this, maybe we can put a little more emphasis on your experiences and stuff.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I can relate to that too. Like, I would, but it's, I don't know. I guess it's just like we have similarities, and I understand that feeling of like being stuck in bed and like I was on oxygen, but I didn't have a ventilator, so I can't relate to that. But I mean, it sucks to just be in bed and not have any contact with anyone and like have everyone do everything for you and like not be able to hardly move or anything like that. So
yeah, I know, I'm sure. I know you tell me all the time, I've heard, about being in bed, not being able to get up. Yeah, I definitely can relate to that.
Yeah, I know. Is there anything else you want to leave them with, like any type of thought?
Don't lose faith in humanity completely.
That's very true. I mean, humans are pretty awesome. Also, the body is awesome. Like the human body.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like, basically, there's a lot, like when people, when people are about to die, this is a little bit, when people are about to die, but they still have something to finish, usually the body will, work in ways to, keep you alive just a little longer so you can finish the job that you need to do.
That's exactly what happened to me.
Yeah, exactly. So, there's something in you that's motivating you. I think, you can really overcome a lot. You can overcome really even the most condemning of health issues.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think life works in weird ways. Like things can suck for a long time, but there's a lot in that you can find that is worth it.
Exactly, yeah. And and I know like things right now, like, in this country things are looking kind of just shitty. But I mean, I think, so sometimes, just like with health, first you have to go backwards to go forward. Exactly. So hopefully, things, maybe I'm getting a little bit off topic here.
No, I totally agree.
If you, you have to go backwards to go forward, and hopefully this will be the catalyst for some improvement.
I think it is. I have faith in that right now. I can see it in a way.
I hope I'm right. Maybe I'll be completely wrong.
Maybe we'll just get bombed by North Korea.
Maybe Mike Pence will become president.
Oh no. Yeah, but no, I think that like there's power in the people. I think there's people out there who know what is best for other people and aren't as concerned just about themselves. And like all of us who are striving to keep working through something and like living through tough times, it's going to pay off somehow.
I really hope so.
Yeah.
I really do. If not, then we'll just move to France.
Yeah, France or Canada. They're gonna hate us there probably. Oh my god.
Yeah, maybe next time we'll talk about the State of the Union.
We should honestly. Yeah, because I feel like we can have a different perspective on that too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
I think that was good. Like really good. Wait, I have to finish it. Okay. Alright. Thank you for watching, and please make sure to check out the GoFundMe link down below so that research project can get funded. It's really important. There's other people involved that it would help other than just Marco and then future babies and children.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, I'm not the only one out there. I mean, I know there's only a handful of cases, but I think, as the months go on, as the years go by, we're probably going to find more and more cases of this. So, I mean, there's going to be more incentive to fund this project. Yeah. As we find more cases.
If you can't donate, then sharing it would help a lot. So, just anything you'd like to know also, because we want to do another video together, please leave questions and comments down below and send Marco all of your love like you're so good at doing.
And River, please.
Thank you. And we will see you again soon. So thanks for watching. Bye.